I'm Ben Lance, Executive Advisor to APC Media. That would include Power Systems Technology Magazine, Transformer Technology Magazine, and Women in Power Systems Magazine. We're here today in Paris, France at the CIGRE 2024 conference, talking with industry thought leaders, interviewing them to gain their insights into the trends, challenges, and solutions, and bringing those insights to you. Our next guest here is Dr. Bahadir Basdere. And the last time we interviewed you, you were just coming out of a carve-out out of Siemens Energy. And as I recall, it was just a couple days after that happened. And a lot's happened since then. Why don't you bring us up to date?
Yes, Ben, that's right. So last time I spoke to Alan, and it was only a couple of days after being 20 years with Siemens Energy, being standalone. So it was very exciting times, and we had a very nice 6 months since then. So we have launched a heavy investment program, as we're now under sponsorship of a private equity that is growing us and growing our business to meet the demands of our customers.
So you've got a lot of investment.
A lot of investments.
Excellent.
We have a network of 9 factories all over the world. Literally each and every factory is investing and increasing the capacity significantly. We will be also revisiting our footprint, and we'll be bringing more value add to North America, to the
North
US.
America as well. Okay,
Exactly.
excellent.
Because we see a huge demand there as well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really about serving the increasing demand of electricity and serving the needs of our customers. But do this in a very responsible way, and not to add too much capacity, because we've also seen different times in the last 15 to 20 years. But we foresee now a growth similar to the one that we are going through right now, minimum until 2030, and that needs to be met.
So from the Trench Group's perspective, what are the drivers for that growth? What is driving that in the industry?
Look, it's the fundamental drivers is first of all the general demand for alternative power generation and going away from fossil, going towards much more cleaner energy. Cleaner energy means you have a decentralized energy or power generation,
right,
and decentralized power generation means you need much more grid components. You need more complex grids. You need much more grid components. That's number one. Number two is digitalization. We are digitalizing our life.
Right.
Digitalization means data centers.
Right. I just heard Google's going to build out a couple $1 billion data center.
Exactly.
So this is
these
incredible
data centers are popping up like mushrooms, I always say. Mm-hmm. And if you add the increasing demand of artificial intelligence, which needs much more computation power, it is firing up the demand for electricity, and this increasing demand in electricity needs, of course, also the transmission lines, the substations, and the components that are in the substations. And this is our business. This is the business of Trench.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So tell us about what are some of the solutions that you're bringing to the market that you feel that are going to help with those, delivering to those challenges.
Yes. Look, as Trench, we are, and I can say that the biggest provider of high voltage components, and we have a broad portfolio. We have bushings, instrument transformers, and coils.
Critical components.
Critical components. And we serve our customers up to 1200 kV DC.
Right? Wow. Okay.
We are the biggest provider of DC components, by the way, in all 3 product lines.
I didn't realize that. DC, yeah, yes. And that's in high demand, especially with all of the offshore and the long export cables. I know in North America we have some of the longest DC 400 kV lines going, and this is going to drive a lot of demand.
Absolutely. And we started making our experience with the growth of HVDC in China really more than a decade ago.
So you have the experience.
We have the experience there. We are the biggest provider of HVDC components in Europe to meet the demand of the electricity highways, they call them, that are being built to connect the wind parks from the North Sea, from the Baltic Sea, and bring the power down to the south of Europe and south of Germany, where the industry is and where the power is needed. And with our move to North America, we will be bringing this competency also to North America.
Excellent.
When we start building our bushing factory.
Fantastic. So we're here at CIGRE 2024. What is that you see in CIGRE here? Are you seeing some of those same conversations happening here? And what do you feel that is the value to CIGRE in your activities here?
Well, first of all, I see many happy faces.
Okay.
Yeah? So
business is good.
It's not only business, the whole industry is developing well. The whole
Okay.
technology is developing well. And with the increase of grid complexity, you see new products on these shows. Yeah? You see more products that are related to power quality, for instance. Yeah?
I see.
You see much more digital solutions. You see innovative solutions for service, for instance. You have the drones that can be used to maintain the transmission lines. You have mobile robots that you can put into a running HVDC converter station to do service and hotspot measurements, whereas in the past you had to switch off the whole system to send your people in.
Right,
yeah?
right.
So
bringing down the cost also,
exactly,
right?
bringing down the cost, making the whole industry more innovative. And this is really, I'm really happy to see that. Yeah?
Okay.
And the service part will, in my opinion, play a crucial role when it comes to meeting the increased demand of capacity. The industry cannot be that fast in building up this capacity. You also need to find a way to run the existing equipment longer.
Right.
In a reliable manner. This is why Trench will shortly also introduce its service organization.
Oh, really? Tell us about
as
that.
the provider of high voltage components with a heritage that is more than 100 years, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, when we see it, all the entities that established Trench. Yeah. We have more than 1.1 million components in the grid, and we exactly know where our components are, with which customer, and we will use that information to make the lives of our customers much easier. We can offer proactive service on existing equipment to enable the customer to run its components for a longer period of time, and making their lives easier.
So what are you talking about, 100-year grid, or what are we looking at? What are we shooting for with the age of the grid and how long we can make it last?
Well, I mean, the grid will develop continuously.
Okay.
I think the homework that we have to do right now is to modernize the grid. I mean, the grid was neglected for a very long period of time in many regions of the world. And I think we need to balance this now to refurbish the grid and to expand it at the same time. So it's a nice business to be in. It's challenging from a technological perspective as voltage levels are getting higher and higher. Yeah?
Right.
As there's more technology penetrating into our business, like digitalization and things like that. So it's a nice industry, and I really feel privileged to be in this industry and to be in these markets.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, to hear of your vision and your excitement, really from the president and CEO of Trench Group, your vision and the excitement not only you have, the passion's coming through, but also what you're seeing in others. It's really an exciting time to be part of the industry. Do you have any final comments? Any other thoughts that you want to bring to our readers?
I think besides, all this growth and demand and capacities, we should not forget about the most valuable resource that we have in our industry, which is the people and the knowledge.
Right.
We need to make sure that we can attract young people for high voltage electrical systems, for production, for manufacturing, because at the end of the day, you will need engineers to design our grids and to design the systems, and you will need people on the shop floor to build our components. And I think this is the key for our industry, to make sure that we will meet this demand of knowledgeable people that to make sure that we can cope with the growth.
So, well, just from the Trench Group's point of view, how are you attracting young people? How do you show that this is an exciting industry to be in? I mean, you have the passion. You're seeing so many others with passion. How are you getting young people to get excited about this at Trench?
Absolutely. That's a very good question. First of all, per se, our industry is privileged with this growth in demand and growth in electricity, power demand. So this helps. But you need to distinguish. For Trench, for instance, sustainability plays a major role. We have launched a separate product line that we call Regenera. And our ambition is that in the next 10 to 15 years, our components are converted into more environmentally friendly components.
Okay.
This means, very concrete, dry bushings instead of oil impregnated bushings.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay. Sure.
SF6-free instrument transformers.
Environmentally
We
friendly.
use clean air instrument transformers. We have a whole portfolio that we are offering to our customers.
And the
with
younger
clean air.
generations is interested in sustainability.
Absolutely.
Right? Yes. Excellent.
This is something where you can really present to the young people that they do a meaningful job and then that they contribute in a meaningful way.
Excellent. Contribute to a meaningful way. That's excellent vision of how to attract our young people to the industry. Dr. Bahadir, thank you so much.
Ben, it was a pleasure.
You're welcome.